This is Santa Maria. It is home to more than 100,000 people. It was incorporated in 1905. In 1885, the city named itself Santa Maria because the mail for the first name of the city, Central City, kept being sent to Central City, Colorado. Agriculture is a huge part of our community. Santa Maria has grown into what it is through farming, oil, and the Air Force. It is a growing city, the largest in our county, but continues to keep a smaller town feel. A few years ago, we were rated by Forbes magazine as one of the fastest growing places in the United States. Today, Santa Barbara County is listed as one of the hardest to find a job. Despite our city's continued growth, our community still follows a national trend where attendance in church is decreasing. This is Skyway and Broadway. It is the sixth most heavily trafficked intersection of our city, and this is where we decided to plant Element. At this intersection, people drive by on their way to jobs in agriculture, industry, communications, high-tech research, energy production, military operations, and manufacturing. We have students, blue collars, white collars, farmers, government officials, and an estimated 1,600 homeless. We have a huge influx and convergence of social groups that has not been met by the local church, just doing the same old thing in the same old way. This is Hancock College. It is home to more than 12,000 college students while resting on 156 acres. We host one of America's best theater programs at PCPA, where students from all over the United States come to learn theater design, production, acting, sound, and lighting. It is a place of ethnic and cultural diversities, with almost all students asking questions about who God is, all merged in the most worldview-shaping part of their lives. Statistically, churches in America, 80% are plateaued or declining. 3,500 churches close their doors every single year. Fully half of churches in America did not add any growth through people's conversions to Christ in the last year. And Santa Maria is no different, and we want to see that changed. We want to see a church that is gospel-centered, living on mission, inviting everyone to join in our community. Imagine a church called together, giving God glory by lifting up Jesus, to make His name great, not their own. A church that wants everyone to know Jesus and interact with a community that wants to bring Him glory. What if God then took these same people and turned them into a thriving body? And God then raises up new leaders in that church that go out and plant new churches that reach the Santa Maria Valley. Santa Maria doesn't need another church that comes into town and sets up shop and tries to get people to come to church for 1 hour on a Sunday. It needs churches that call people to live in community and on mission for His name, that realizes how they live their lives the other 167 hours of the week not spent in a church service is more important and is of greater worship to God as we work in the city and serve the city and seek the welfare of the city. The mission of Element Christian Church is to glorify God by lifting up Christ, by turning community into gospel community and planting churches. We do believe in the church gathered, preaching, teaching, fellowship, worship, but we do not believe that anybody is going to be discipled or learn how to live on mission simply by coming to a Sunday morning service. So we structure our vision of church around our gospel communities, the church scattered, people who get together in living rooms and backyards to live life incarnationally on mission. Instead of asking people to come to us, we want to go out to those around us. We want to seek the city and serve the city and love the city for the glory of God.
What if every neighborhood in Santa Maria had a missional community in it?
What if places known for poverty and crime became vibrant places of life and hope again?
And what if fathers stopped abandoning their children and families and started leading them?
What if marriages started improving instead of disintegrating?
What if artists, poets, filmmakers, and writers came face to face with Jesus' community here on earth and started following Him themselves? And if they told stories of redemption through their own work?
What if everything within our city that was not true was seen as untrue?
What if college students stopped living for pleasure and success and started living for Jesus?
What if civic leaders stopped vying for power and prestige and started serving the city for the glory of God?
What if dead and dying faithless churches in our city were replaced with Bible teaching, Jesus worshiping, and gospel-centered fellowship?
What if Santa Maria became that city where God is doing something?
Now that would be the church, and that is what we want Element to be.